Tragically, anti-Israel hatred in this country continues. I mean, have a look at this poster that's popped up all around Melbourne, a hateful rip-off of a popular pro-migrant poster series. Shocking stuff. And Sharry Markson revealed last night that a 23-year-old man has been charged with pretending to reenact the Bondi massacre at the bridge where the shooting actually occurred. And yet another hateful development today, with Sydney police charging a teenager for allegedly making an online threat against the Israeli President Isaac Herzog due to visit Australia on Sunday. You wouldn't believe some of the online abuse I got last night after daring to welcome the President's visit and urge protesters to hold off while he comforts the Australian Jewish community and save their protests for his Canberra visit on Wednesday. But when it comes to this demonisation of Israel, the Albanese Labor government has always given the wrong lead. It's fanned the flames by criticising Israel rather than supporting it, by repeating Hamas propaganda about casualty numbers and IDF tactics, and by effectively rewarding terrorism when it recognised the non-existent state of Palestine. And now, even after the government invited President Herzog here, a Labor MP has broken ranks.
I guess as a member of the party, as a parliamentarian who represents Labor, I'm entitled to have a differing view, and my view is I don't think that this was a good decision.
This is dramatic dissent against the government by one of its own. Labor doesn't normally tolerate this, but it seems they will this time.
Well, the Foreign Minister Penny Wong has for many years spoken about the importance of a government speaking with one voice when it comes to foreign policy. But it seems that the Albanese government has many voices when it comes to foreign policy, that Ed Husic gets to have his own foreign policy and Penny Wong has a different foreign policy.
Husic is a former frontbencher and he's a Muslim, and he went even further.
I just don't see how his visit would add, given the concerns that exist around his positioning, and he's part of the leadership of a nation that has undertaken its conduct has failed to distinguish between civilian and combatant in devastating ways when you see the number of people that have been killed.
Just because this kind of bile is common doesn't mean it's acceptable to have it repeated by government MPs. Rather than slam Hamas for deliberately killing innocent civilians and holding them hostage for more than 2 years, killing 85 hostages, disguising terrorists in civilian clothes, hiding them under homes, hospitals and schools, orchestrating civilian deaths and deliberately prolonging the war, Husic accuses Israel of disregarding civilians. Israel dropped leaflets telling civilians where it was going to bomb. It rang them. It texted them. It created safe pathways. Now, no one pretends war is not terrible and that the suffering is not horrific. But no army in the history of warfare has done more to minimise civilian casualties than Israel has done in this war. And this while fighting an enemy using its own civilians as human shields. Yet a government MP attacks Israel. He repeats the constant stream of misinformation from the United Nations, from the ABC, from the BBC, from his own Labor government. No matter the facts, no matter how often the claims are disproven, no matter how illogical, like claiming a growing population is subjected to genocide, they continue with this vicious propaganda. And they wonder how hatred develops.
It seems extraordinary to me, and frankly an act of bad faith and a terrible gesture towards the Australian Jewish community, that we can't even have the President of the Jewish state of Israel come to Australia after Bondi for a memorial for the purposes of providing comfort to the Australian Jewish community without Labor MPs publicly running it down and attacking it. I think that's appalling.
Not only has Israel had 1,200 innocents slaughtered on October the 7th, 250 hostages stolen, 85 of them killed and others tortured for more than 2 years. But it's had 2 years of ongoing war from Hamas, with rockets from Gaza targeting civilians. And it had to see off the Hezbollah terrorist army in southern Lebanon attacking northern Israel. And it had to defend Houthi missiles from the east, all funded and controlled by Iran, which also attacked Israel directly. Yet Husick and so many others portray Israel as the aggressor. Apart from being grotesque, it's plainly idiotic. And now, after 15 people were gunned down at a Hanukkah event in Bondi, this Labor MP and some Teal MPs and a bunch of feral protesters can't even find it in their hearts to welcome Israel's president as he visits to extend a hand of friendship and compassion. It's time for these haters to get a grip on reality and a dose of humanity.